Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my friends and viewers on TikTok. I'm currently streaming it live right now. Today I'm bringing you some news about Roaring Kitty, but first guys, let's look at what's happening in the overall market. Full disclaimer though, none of what I'm talking about is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your money and I'll never DM you for any reason, so please be wary of scammers. Everything I talk about is strictly my opinion. I am not sponsored by any assets I talk about. I just like talking about them because I like them, and of course, I hold them in my portfolio as well. Just like Roaring Kitty CTO, I am super bullish on that GameStop kitty cat. But, alright, guys, moving forward, as you can see, I got the chart for Bitcoin pulled up here, and Bitcoin is up a lot today. This is off the news of Trump announcing a United States crypto strategic reserve, and as you can see, Investors Business Daily published an article about it. Lots of news media publishing articles about this, talking about it right now. But you see Ripple, XRP up 32%, Solana up 21%, ADA's spiked 63%. 63% on ADA is a big deal because ADA's like, I know ADA's top 20. I can't remember if it's 19 or 9. But Cardano's a player, all right? So 63% on ADA, that's wild. I'll leave this linked in the video description, but guys, lots of other news out there than this. Now, as for the Bitcoin chart, I mean, it's looking pretty good. CryptoX is thrilled that Bitcoin is up, but we are still at least another 2 weeks away from the Fed meeting in March, and in the past, the Fed either cutting rates, raising rates has been a huge either a huge ignition or a huge, I can't think of a word, like it has a huge effect on what the market does. So I would not be surprised if Bitcoin double bottomed here because we just have so much longer until the Fed has their meeting. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But guys, let's talk about Roaring Kitty. This article here published in Medium. I actually saw this on the official Roaring Kitty X. They published this. The headline, CTO, the future of meme coins is decentralized crypto ownership. Just a quick 3-minute read here. So, in the crypto world, there's a well-known saying, not your keys, not your crypto. It emphasizes the importance of self-custody, ensuring that you have full control over your assets instead of relying on centralized exchanges. However, while holding your private keys is crucial, it doesn't eliminate all risks, especially the risk of project mismanagement by development teams. Now, if you are just doing your research on Roaring Kitty, this might be a really good article, give you some good insight about this coin. So one of the hidden risks is team mismanagement, all right? Imagine securing your private keys only to watch the value of your tokens plummet because the project team mismanages funds, consistently sells tokens to cover expenses, or outright exploits the community. The helplessness felt in these situations is no different from losing funds in a centralized exchange collapse. History has shown us that even popular projects aren't immune. SafeMoon, for example, built a massive following, but shady actions from its CEO developers ultimately led to its downfall. Richard Hart's Pulse and Hex faced similar struggles with poor leadership decisions eroding once strong communities. Guys, so CTO being the solution for true decentralization. Enter CEO Community Takeover, a model that eliminates centralized control and puts decision-making power into the hands of the community. Unlike traditional crypto projects where teams hold large token allocations, which they can dump on the market at any time, CTOs operate differently. No team-controlled wallets. Every token must be purchased fairly on the open market. No insider selling pressure. Since developers don't receive free tokens, there is no risk of them dumping on holders. In full decentralization, power shifts from a small development team to the community itself. Successful CTO projects. We've already seen successful examples of CTO-driven projects. Bitcoin, believe it or not, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu all flourished after their creators, Satoshi Nakamoto, stepped away, allowing the community to drive growth and development. Newer projects like Turbo Toad Token and Roaring Kitty CTO continue to lead this trend, providing that community-led models can thrive in today's market. Also, something else about Roaring Kitty, if you've heard of if you've heard of projects like other meme coins being rugged, there's a term in crypto called rugged. That is where you invest in an asset and you just find that asset goes to zero at some point. That's mainly because the developers pulled the liquidity out of the liquidity pool, and so there's no value for that project. Roaring Kitty has a burnt liquidity pool on Ethereum, so Roaring Kitty can't be rugged. I'm just going to put that out there. So this, mainly talking about Roaring Kitty. I will leave the link to this article in the description, so all your Roar information is right there. Let's go check out the Roaring Kitty X page real quick. So my mouse is having issues today. So as you can see, it's still got the how to buy Roaring Kitty tutorial pinned at the top. There is the article we just read. Roaring Kitty had a really good Spaces yesterday. You can go back and you can play the recording and listen to that. For those of you that don't know what X Spaces are like they're like podcasts, but they're really interactive, and like as a listener on the X platform, you can actually be a speaker on an X space, and anyone can be a speaker. I mean, you got hosts and co-hosts, but then they can open up the floor to anyone listening who wants to talk. X Spaces is pretty cool. There's a couple of them that I listen to, but Roaring Kitty typically has theirs on Saturdays. I mean, if there's cool developments in the market, Keith Gill posts, something happens with GameStop GME, Roaring Kitty, the official Roaring Kitty X page usually they'll have a space to talk about that big news and hype up the community. But let's see, they reposted, I'm sorry. I got to get away from saying retweeted because X isn't Twitter anymore. But anyways, let's look at this. Random Arts posted this. Now that the market is rebounding, I hope you've had your fun with degen plays that are ready to focus on making predictable money in the meme coin space. Predictable doesn't mean overnight gains. It means following a proven blueprint. Here's the formula for meme coin success. 1. Find a community-driven token. 2. Buy that community-driven meme token. 3. Engage with the community, shill, raid, and support. The same strategy that led to the success of Doge, SHIB, and Turbo. The blueprint is there. Follow it. Here's a free pick. Roaring Kitty CTO is following the blueprint. Guys, that is so true. So much truth there. If you guys have an X, you should follow Random Arts. But yeah, let's go look at Ethereum real quick since we know the market's on the rebound. Ethereum's up from 2,218 to 2,481. That's really cool. Let's look at Bone. Bone's having a nice little spike too, up to 28 cents from 25 cents. And Roaring Kitty. This is the Roaring. We were just talking about Roar. Roar is currently making a green candle too. As you can see, it's not as big as Bones or Ethereum's or Bitcoin, but you got to remember Bitcoin leads the market. Bitcoin will move, and then liquidity falls down to all the altcoins and smaller cap tokens, meme coins, etc., etc. So things are looking good. For those of you that don't know, Roaring Kitty actually got on Shibarium recently, so Roar's been picking up more holders as it continues to move up, which is super bullish. So I am excited if we get news about GameStop buying Bitcoin and Keith Gill posts, we're going to bring in even more investors and the chart will move and it'll be really exciting. So guys, I just want to reiterate, none of that was financial advice, and that is all I got for you. So if you haven't already, follow the Roaring Kitty X page. Market's moving. Headlines are bullish. I'm excited. So I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll see ya.